guys, Katie here, and I just wanted to take you through a quick warm-up routine. This is actually something that I do either in the morning when I first wake up or before I lift if I'm just feeling a little bit tight. So it is currently 2:26 in the afternoon. I'm gonna lift at about 3:30. I just ate a little snack, Core MRP, meal replacement, blueberry. So for 20% off all Core products, you can always use the code Katie20 to get your supplements. So just had that with some rice cakes and some extra carbs, some fresh blueberries. And so usually after I eat, I find that if I do a little bit of a warm-up before I go to the gym, just at home, I feel better. My food digests better. I'm just like, I eat and then I kind of get into my routine. So I'll usually eat and then I'll do my little routine and then I will go and get my supplements ready, like my pre-workout ready, and get my bag ready and get all ready to go. I've been working all afternoon, and so then I eat and then I take a break from work for a while and just focus on getting to the gym and trying to have a good lift. So here I wanted to show you guys just a quick warm-up routine that I do. So I am going to just go through some different things. It just helps me get warmed up for the day. If I'm feeling tight, if I've been sitting, if I've been kind of hunched over typing. So I'm just here in my sweatpants, my sweatshirt, and my boots. So just a normal day for me, looking like a bomb. And so just going to go through these and I will then voice over with what I'm doing. So hope you guys enjoy. All right, so here we go. This is just in my living room, rolling around on the ground. So you guys get a look at what a typical Katie morning looks like. Sweatpants, sweatshirt, and boots, just rolling out. So this is just a pretty quick routine. It takes me about 10 minutes or so that I like to do either in the morning, at night, before I lift. I stretch and mobilize not only for workout purposes. That's not the only reason I do it. It's just simply for my posture, simply to feel better. I notice that when I do this, I feel better when I lift. I just feel just my chest is more open, my back is warmed up. I feel just ready to go and I feel better. It wakes me up. So sometimes at night, if I have work to do or if I need to do something and I'm a little bit sleepy or I'm just unmotivated, taking a break, stretching, getting in tune with my body, just doing little stretches here and there, it really just helps me to warm up and open up. So you'll notice there at first I started out by rolling my back. Not sure what's on the back of my head there, but yeah, so I start by just warming up, rolling out my back a little bit, rolling out my neck, starting with some twists side to side. I also do a butterfly stretch, as you saw there, and just stretching back and forth, just to open up my hips, open up my back. I cross my legs. I don't hold these stretches for very long. I just like to get in tune with my body and see how I'm feeling. So it's not necessarily like holding stretches for 10 seconds each or whatever it may be. It's really getting in tune with my body, seeing how I'm feeling. So if I'm really tight, like let's say in my glutes, then I might hold those stretches that I just did for a little bit longer. So here I am doing some shoulder rolls. So this just gets my upper body warmed up. I see how my shoulders are feeling. I do some cat camels. So when you do cat camels, you want to think of extending your middle back up as high as you can towards the ceiling and then taking your lower back and decompressing your spine and trying to go into a cat motion where your back is into a C. So you want to think of rounding your back as much as you can and pushing up with your chest and then pushing your lower back down as far as you possibly can. So here then I am just warming up my wrists, just small things. I'm at a computer most of the day typing, so just getting my wrists just mobilized and feeling better. Hip openers are huge for me. So I get a lot of questions about hip pain. If I do experience hip pain, typically no, and it's because I spend a lot of time, knock on wood, I say no, but I don't want to jinx myself now, opening up my hips either prior to lifting or after I lift. So I don't do a lot of stretching prior prior to lifting. You don't want to be overstretching before you go to lift weights, especially while your muscles are cold. So I would recommend warming up before you do stretch if you do hold stretches for an extended period of time. So you'll notice here that I go into my hip stretch, opening up that hip flexor, and also your hip right there. It's your psoas muscle, and that connects around to your back. So it's really a dual purpose stretch. So I'm stretching my hips, but I'm also stretching my psoas just a little bit. You're not going to get a deep psoas stretch from that, but just a little bit to open that up, and also I feel it in my back. So here I'm just doing some arm circles with my rope. So this is actually a stretching rope that I got from my from my massage therapist, and I use it to do arm circles, as you could see, and then I also use it to stretch my hamstrings. So I do some cross-body arm stretches here just to warm up. I don't hold any stretches for typically longer than 3 seconds. You don't want to, especially while you're not warmed up, so if you haven't done any sort of like cardio to warm up your muscles or get loose, or if you haven't done much foam rolling, you don't want to be just going into a really deep stretch without some sort of prior just warming up. I would not recommend it. So for me, I hold just each stretch for under 3 seconds, because the objective here for me is not to get into, a yoga type workout where I am holding deep stretches, but more so to wake myself up and stretch, and just get mobilized and get moving. So as you can see there, I was using the rope to stretch my triceps back. That's another helpful thing that I can do with that rope, is stretching my triceps as I hold on to one side and pull down with the other. I'm just here just focusing on my neck, how am I feeling. I also here I'm doing some arm warm-ups, and as you can see, I'm turning my neck away. This is actually working your bicep tendon and doing some releases there. Actually, one of my friends from Australia, Liz Craven, a powerlifter, showed me this, and she said that it helps with her bicep tendon. I've been doing it because I've had some bicep tendonitis in the past, and since then my bicep has been better. So you'll notice it if you look at your hand as your elbow is bent, and then you look away from your elbow as you extend your elbow. You'll feel a stretch in your bicep, and you'll feel that activate. So I just like to warm up my shoulders. Really, the main idea behind this, as I said, is to just see how I'm feeling, get in tune with my body. I think you need to be aware of maybe what is aching, what is not feeling as good. Here I'm doing some rotator cuff, just warm-ups and exercises. Because prior to lifting, if you just go in and just kind of work up to your weight really fast and don't take the time to just see, okay, is there something that's bothering me today? What do I need to be careful about? What do I need to be paying more attention to in my lifting? I think that's very important, to be in tune with your body and make appropriate adjustments in your training, because not every day, you're not going to feel the same every single day. So here I'm just doing some simple quad stretches, and this is just kicking my foot to my glute and then just pulling my foot back, and then doing high knees. That also warms up your glutes, and I pull up with my hand just to get a little bit more range of motion in order to warm up more effectively. So these are just some standing stretches. I do some just squats. If you do this in the morning, it's amazing how much more awake you feel. So if I do this first thing in the morning, it just kind of awakens my mind too. So when I first wake up, I'm a little bit groggy, and I just don't it's hard to focus on things. If I just wake up and do this, it feels so good. So part of it is just meditation. Sometimes I do prayers when I do this, or listen to sermons or listen to music, and it's really a relaxing time for me. So I usually do something like this, like a 10-minute routine, usually 2 times per day, just to feel better, either before lifting. I try to do it once before I lift and then once after I lift. So here I'm just stretching down, and then I will also do, this is called, something I've been adding in, if you look up foundation training. So these are some good mornings that I'm doing. If you Google foundation training, foundation back training, that is also something I've been adding in to my routine. So look that up and let me know what you think. If you guys have any more questions on that and how I've been adding it in, then comment below and I will share. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys can incorporate this into your routine. All right, guys, so hope you enjoyed that little routine that I like to do sometimes in the morning when I first wake up, or before I lift, or at night if I just feel like stretching. So let me know if you guys try out some of these or if this is a quick, helpful routine for you. Also, feel free to leave video ideas below, and I will talk to you guys soon.